Let's talk about clip-on earrings. Hello, welcome back. My name's Carol. Today's video is by viewer request. Basically, she asked me if I could do a tutorial about how to make clip-on earrings. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a pair of earrings that are clip-on, and I'm also going to show you how to convert a pair of non-clip-on earrings to clip-ons and vice versa. I'll also walk you step by step through the process of making them and talk about everything that you need. So let's get started. Let's first talk about the clip-ons. So I've got a couple of pairs here in front of me, and this is the first one, and as you can see it has a hinge action. This piece goes on the back of your ear and this piece goes on the front of your ear, and this one has a loop for you to attach your little pieces to. I've got another one here as well, so that's also got the hinge action, and this piece goes on the back and this piece goes on the front. You can buy lots of different ones, but I thought I'd just show you those two. So you can see it's pretty easy. All we do is attach it to the loop. So the earrings we're going to make today are these cute little dangles, made in some beautiful emerald beads. I'm going to use these connectors to make the base of my earring. These ones measure 33mm by 25, so they are reasonably large. Now in terms of beads, I wanted to choose light beads because with clip-on earrings they're not quite so secure on your ear, so I chose the acrylic beads as they're a little bit lighter than the glass beads. These ones are 6mm acrylic vacuum beads. Now they're in the colour emerald and they have an AB finish. These ones are 4mm eco-friendly beads, and they are also in the colour emerald and have an AB finish. And I have some more vacuum beads. These ones are 3mm and they're in a matte silver colour. Now I chose not to use the metal beads that I would normally use. You know, I love those 3mm metal beads, but I chose not to use those here because these ones are very light. I've also got a pair of ordinary ear hooks here, which I'm going to show you how to attach those as well. As well as that, I've got some head pins. Now I will leave you a link in the description box below to a blog post which contains links to everything that you need, as well as step-by-step instructions on how to make this if you feel that you need to follow along using step-by-step instructions. So that will be the first link in the description box below. So we're going to start off by making the little dangle for the center. So what I'm going to do is take one of my little 3mm beads and one of my 4mm beads, and I'm going to pop those onto a head pin, just like that. Now I'm going to make a loop at the top. So what I'm going to do is take my head pin and I'm going to put my thumb in the top, on the top of the beads, and bend the wire over the top of my thumb so that I've got a right angle. Now I'm going to take my flush cutters and I'm going to cut that at about 1 centimetre from the end here, using the flush side of my cutters. Now I'm going to take my round nose pliers and I am going to make a loop. Now if you haven't made loops before, I do suggest that you go and watch my perfect loop video, which I will link in the description box and up the top here, and that will show you exactly how to make a loop and also how to troubleshoot loops that don't go right. So what I'm going to do is, holding it in the jaws of my pliers, make sure it doesn't stick up, I'm going to twist my hand and then I'm going to readjust my pliers and twist again so that I have a nice loop. Now what I'm going to do is take my chain nose pliers and I'm going to open up that loop, just holding it on the side there that opens, and the beads between my thumb and my forefinger, and just twisting with my hand down. Now I'm going to take my component here. You need to make sure that you put the opening on the back side, so coming in from the bottom and hooking it through that loop there. Now I'm going to flick it over and I'm going to do up that loop, and I do up the loop just by reversing the process. I'm holding it in the pliers and just closing it down just making sure it's really well closed. So there we go, that's what we have now. Now I'm going to make oh, I've got an escapee over here. Now I'm going to make the dangle for the center, and I'm going to start off with one of my little 3mm beads, and then I'm going to put on a 6mm, then another 3, another 6, another 3, and a 4. So that's what I have now. I'm going to make a loop in the top just in exactly the same way. But what I will do is I will leave you a layout diagram in that blog post that I referred to before, and remember it's the first link in the description box. And what that will contain is a layout diagram which tells you how to lay out the beads. Just makes it easier than rewatching the video over and over again. So just making my loop here. So you want to make sure that your head pins are nice and straight for this too, because you want them to hang nicely. So if you need to straighten your head pins, go ahead and do that. All right, so there is my component. And what I'm going to do is open up my loop, and I'm going to put my component on. And the best way to do this is hold it upside down and feed it through to the top. If you always repeat it the same way, you know that it's the right way and that the opening is at the back. And then I'm going to take my pliers and close my loop there. Right, so there's number 1. Now we're going to do one for either side. So taking another head pin and one of my 3mm beads, and then a 6mm and a 3mm, and this time I'm going to use 2 of my 4mm. So 1 4, if I can find the hole in that one, 1 3, and another 4. So that's what I have now, and I'm going to make a loop in the top just like before. And when you're making a pair of earrings, I know that I'm only doing one, but what I do suggest you do is actually make all of your pieces together. So for example, make 2 of these and 4 of these, because we'll need 2 per earring, just so that you get them the same length. If you watched my 8 pairs of earrings in 5 minutes, no, 8 5-minute pairs of earrings video, which I will link up at the top here and in the description box, I will show you in that video how to measure the head pin so that you can get your earrings the same length. So that's what I have now, and I'm going to make another one of those, and then we're going to attach them on either side. So there's my 2 components. Now I'm going to attach them on either side, just taking my chain nose pliers again, opening up the loop, and remember I said hold the component upside down and come in from the back, the underside. It makes it much easier. It also means that you always have them going the same way. So all your openings are on the back. So that's what we have now. Now the next one, we're going to use one of our 3mm, one of our 4mm, no 6mm, sorry, one of our 3s, and now one of our 4s. So that's what I have. And now I'm going to make a loop in the top just like before, and I need 2 of these as well. Now just while I'm doing this, if you would like to make any of the jewellery that I'm wearing today, I'll leave you some links in the description box below for the tutorials for that. What am I wearing? I've got my upside down earrings on. We do sell a kit for those, although we are selling out fast. So if you would like to make those, then be in quick. This necklace, the tutorial for that was actually talking about texture and shape and things in your jewellery, so I will leave you a link for that one as well. And bracelets, well, I've got Here I've got on a memory wire bracelet. I can leave you the link for that. I've got on a stretch bracelet, which I made in my ultimate knot video, which I can leave you a link for that one. And I've got my pearl bracelet. So I'll leave you 3 links to bracelets as well. I'm opening my loop here and attaching it to my component and closing that up. And just repeating on the other side. So that's what I have now. And the next one, I'm going to be using one of my 3s. And this time, I'm actually only going to be using 2 of my little 4mm, no 6s here. So another 3 and another 4. So that's what I have for this one. Now you know the drill by now. I'm going to make a loop in the top. Now I could have used my 1-step looper for this as well if I wanted to. If you don't know about a 1-step looper, I'll leave you a link in the description box for that one as well. Okay, one more. So there's my 2 little pieces, and I'm going to attach them in the same way as I did before, coming in from the back, so opening the loop, come in from the back and closing that loop. Right, so there is my earring so far. And we've got one more to make on either side. So we're going with a 3mm again. And a 4, and that's it for this one. Now just remember that you can buy all of this from our store, and we are located in New Zealand. Don't know about you, but I find these tiny wee components quite challenging to make the loops in the top. It just doesn't give you as much to hold on to. And I'm going to make another one exactly the same. Now you know the drill by now. We're going to open the loop and attach it exactly the same way as we did before. Now if you're enjoying this video, it would be wonderful if you would subscribe to the channel and of course like the video and hit that notification bell so that when I upload a new video you will be notified and you won't ever miss a thing. So there is my earring component all completed. Now all I have to do is attach the ear wire. Now this is where the clip-on bit comes in. So these clip-ons, it's hard to see, but this little loop has a tiny opening. So what I'm going to do is take my pliers and hold it on the bottom of the loop there, like that. And I am going to hold the ear wire in my hand and just twist, just enough to open it. So hopefully you can see that that's open now. And then I'm going to make sure that I put it on the right way. So I want this piece to be the front of my earring, so that goes up the front of my ear. So I need to put this as the front as well. So just hooking that on there and closing up the loop just like we did before. Okay, so there is my clip-on earring. Now, I've already made another one. So there I have 2. Now, if you wanted to convert these to ordinary earrings, all you would do is open that loop there and put on your other earring components. So I just take that one off. If you go to a vintage store or a thrift store or something like that and you buy a pair of earrings, you can just change them to be clip-ons. Just take your ear wire and attach it in exactly the same way. So open your loop and pop your ear wire on and close the loop. So now I've got a mismatched pair of earrings because I've got one that is a clip-on and one that isn't. But there you go. So there's the earrings. I think I'm going to convert mine back to being standard earrings because I don't need to wear clip-ons. But if I did need to wear clip-ons, these ones would be great. And I have tested these with this earring and they don't fall off at all. They're really comfortable to wear actually. I was quite impressed. Haven't worn clip-ons since I was a kid and my dad wouldn't let me get my ears pierced. So I used to wear clip-ons. Okay, so there's my earrings. I'm really happy with them and I hope you like them too. Now if you did like the earrings, remember to check out the blog post, which is linked in the description box below, and that will give you links to everything you need to make these earrings as well as step-by-step instructions. If you would like to check us out on Facebook and Instagram, we post there all the time and sometimes we post there and not here. Go to our website and sign up for our newsletter as well, and that will give you information about specials and things like that that we run as well. Thank you so much for watching today. I really hope you enjoyed this little project and you make these earrings.